everyone, welcome to Nagesh Karizgi Orchid School channel. I am Sridevi Kanke. I am going to teach you SST subject of grade 4. So in the previous episode we have started the new lesson number 8, culture and heritage, isn't it? So all you all gone through that lesson? Yes. So can you all tell me how many official languages are there? Okay, very good, 22. And the next, which is the first official language, students? Hindi, very good. What is second official language? English, very good, students. So you are all reading the lesson correct. So just we'll do a quick recap that what we have learnt in the last episode. So come on. So what we have learnt, we have seen that our India is having a different cultures, traditions, isn't it? So today our India has rich and unique cultures and heritage too. So what we have learnt in the last lesson, languages, in 2008 there are 22 official languages been recognized. So what are they? Just we'll see. So here are the 22 are there. Just I will read out once again. Assamese, Bangla, Bodo, Dogri, Gujarati, Hindi, Kannada, Kashmiri, Konkani, Maithili, Malayalam, Manipuri, Marathi, Nepali, Odia, formerly known as Oriya, Punjabi, Sanskrit, Santali, Sindhi, Tamil, Telugu, Urdu. These all are 22 languages are there. So what we have seen in the last episode, that Hindi is a first language, official language. English is a second official language. So what are dialect, students? Dialect means what? One language can be spoken in different styles, different ways. And then what we having a script, the writing style. So first we have said, normally when you write in a notebook on a paper, we start from left to right. Okay, left to right we start. From this is left, this is right. So we start from here. Nagesh, Nagesh. So whereas some other languages like Urdu, Sindhi, Kashmiri are there, they will write from here. From, yeah, like this. Like this. They go from right to left. Opposite. So what are the languages here? This Urdu language, Sindhi language, Kashmiri, they will write from right to left. These are there. So what we have learned again, we have learned our clothes. Okay, what are clothes? Clothes, it is different states we having different type of different traditional clothes for men and women too. So for women, what is common? Sari is common. Now what is how sari is common in all states, but it is different from how they are wearing. Okay, different styles are there. Ulta, sida, opposite, they wear different styles. And then salwar kameez, it is popular dress in women throughout India. In India, normally all the people, they most probably they wear salwar kameez. And the ghagra is popular in Gujarat, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. And the long skirt with colorful stripes on it, it is worn by northeastern states of India. Now for men, whereas gents, they common traditional dress is like dhoti kurta, kurta pajama and the lungi shirt. But turban means different topis on their head they having the different states they having different types are worn in different states. In Kashmir, salwar kameez and piran are popular. It is known as piran. Now modern clothes, with this the people who live in modern cities and towns, they wear modern clothes. So we having different styles. Now come to us. Now dance. What about our dance and music? India has a long tradition of dance and music. So India not only having festivals, we are having a tradition of dance and music. We have seen that dance forms of some states. There are two main types. Dance we knew it. How many types are there? Two types are there. What are they? Folk dance and classical dance. You all know the students? Yes. So folk dance, classical dance are the two types. The most classical dance begin as a form of worship, whereas classical you all do dance, that is, it is given from worship, how you pray to the God, like that, worship. Trained dancers performed in temples. What they are the dancers who train? They know how to dance and everything. The trained dancers, they dance in temples. Today these dances can be enjoyed by anyone. Yes, in TVs and televisions we see, isn't it? Yes, so we can enjoy that by watching those type of dances. Today these dances can be enjoyed by anyone. Major classical dance. What are the classical dances? We are telling you classical dance. So many different classical dances are there. So let us see that. First one is Bharatanatyam. Yes, Bharatanatyam is a folk dance or classical dance, students? Very good. That is all are classical dance. Bharatanatyam. Of which state? Tamil Nadu. Kathak, Uttar Pradesh. Kathakali, Kerala. Kuchipudi, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Manipuri, Manipur dance. These are the classical dance. Once again I will read to you all. Bharatanatyam, Tamil Nadu state. Kathak, Uttar Pradesh. Kathakali, Kerala. Kuchipudi, Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Manipuri, Manipur. In these states it is famous dances. So here some are there. Mohinittam, Kerala. Odissi, Odisha. Satriya, Assam. Now these are there. See here, Mohinittam, Odissi, Kathak. These are the different states. They are having different popular dances. Mohinittam, Odissi, Kathak. Now here one of the question they have given. Did you know? It's like you are not knowing. In olden days, Satriya, the classical dance. It is name of a like classical dance of Assam. It was performed only by male, as gents, as men. It was male monks in the satras or monasteries. These days Satriya is also performed on stage by both men and women. This is Satriya is a classical dance. It is performed only by the male monk. Okay, and it is in the satras or monasteries it is called. But whereas Satriya is performed on stage, both male and women can be performed. Now let us see about more. Now we have finished our classical dances. Now come to us folk dance. Folk dances are performed by group of people to express their joy, their happiness. To express their happiness, what they form? Folk dance. Folk dance can be danced in group of people, 2, 10, 15, n number of group. So many people dance together by group. So to express their joyness, they perform on occasions, like they are having some different occasions like marriages, when marriage is there, when the bride is going or good, then that time they want to show their express, correct? They want to express their happiness, so they all do dance and go, correct? So that is called marriages and birth of a child in anyone's house, new baby borns. So that time also in happiness they dance. So those are called folk dances. Festivals, harvesting crops, and some of popular folk dances are. So what are there some popular dances? So let us see here. Bhangra, it is celebrated in Punjab. Bihu, Assam. Garba, Gujarat. Ghumar, Rajasthan. Chirav, Mizoram. Kolakatam, Tamil Nadu. Yakshagana, Karnataka. These are the folk dances which are can be performed in different states. That is, once again I tell you all: Bhangra in Punjab, Bihu, Assam, Garba, Gujarati, Ghumar, Rajasthan, Chirav, Mizoram, Kolattam, Tamil Nadu, Yakshagana, Karnataka. So let us see here. This is Chirav dance where it is like a bamboo dance. Okay, bamboo dance, it is known as Chirav dance. It is of Mizoram state. The men were holding bamboos down on the land, whereas women or females, they dance on the bamboo. So famous dance of Mizoram. Now, classical music was also performed in temples or courts of king. Not only classical dance can be performed in temples, music also it can be performed in temples, and not only in temples, in courts, like in big kings, emperors. In front of the king they used to sing. There are two styles of classical music. As dance we have in two types. First one is, yes, classical music, and second is folk dances, correct? And like that we having classical music, and then we having there two styles of classical music are there. So let us see what is it. First one is Hindustani music. It was developed in North India, and second is Carnatic music, developed in South India. So there are two type of classical music are there. First one is Hindustani, Carnatic. Whereas dance we having classical dance, folk dance. So what in music, what they do? They use different instruments to play. So many instruments are used in classical music. Some of these are you have seen so many programs or in TV, televisions, or by your relatives might be. So we having classical music that as sitar, sarod, veena, flute, mridangam, and tabla. Tabla, it is can be done. On these only music the dance can be performed. So this all about dances and music. So let us see about our paintings. So anyone having idea about the painting, students? Okay, so no problem if you don't know, so we'll come to know now. Now what is painting? Now painting is what? The traditional painting in India has been inspired by either religion or by rulers. So in olden days the kings were there. Kings were ruling our India, correct? Before that Britishers were there. So in that only dances were being developed, dances, paintings, music. So it was inspired, it was encouraged by the religion or by the rulers. The famous wall painting, wall means it can be hanged on a wall, that is called wall painting in Ajanta caves. Ajanta caves, it is wall, in huge walls only the paintings has been done. So how it can be seen here, Ajanta caves in Maharashtra show the life of Buddha. Now whereas Ajanta caves, as you ever you have went to Ajanta cave, students? If not, you go sure that have a look over there on walls. The statue of Buddha's was there. Okay, it has been built. So it was you can see there the life story, or you can see the life of Buddha, how he has gone there, how what he has achieved over there. All the statues were there. How it is there? On wall only it has been created there. On wall only it is created. So how it is there? It is apart. They were drawn by Buddhists. Their priests, Buddhism, what are their priests were there. It is more than 15 years old. 1500 years old these paintings were there. Now also there, you can go and have a look over there. Okay students, so let us see and more about it. So this is one of the art of painting. Now this is I want to show you this type of, can you see students here, red color? You can see very simple painting is there, some sort of shapes are there. Can you see? Triangles are there, rectangles are there, then standing lines are there. Can you all see students? Yes, it is like a showing. So Varli folk painting, it is known as Varli folk painting, originated in Maharashtra. This style of painting is very simple. There is no coloring, nothing, very simple. Its unique features is that it consists of circles, where it has, how it is painting has been done using the shapes like circles, triangles, rectangles, lines they used, and they have shown some features over here. So circles, triangles, squares that are joined together to form beautiful patterns. For example, two triangles, this is triangle shape. So one another triangle shape, they have joined here and used one circle, and then standing lines. What you can see students here, I have drawn here human, correct? So this sort of painting, can you see here, they have shown something. So the beautiful patterns are there, they have created. For example, two triangles are joined together to make a human figure here. So this is what they using, simple triangles, circles, rectangles, squares. Using this they have used here paintings. So this is known as Varli painting. The art of miniature painting was made popular in India by the Mughal king. Now this miniature painting, it was inspired, or it was recognized, made popular by which king? Mughal kings. Miniature painting are very small in size. They are not in big point, they having a big small size, but show things in great detail. They have shown each and every detailing they have mentioned here. They show landscapes, hunting and battle scenes and stories from the life of the god Krishna. As how God has been born, has he come, how he has achieved the battle and everything, he show the life history by using hunting, landscape and everything. They have shown battle scene. Battle means student, whereas fighting, war between two kings, what is happening or how many people were died, what they have used, on which vehicle or which type of vehicle they have used, like lion or like elephant they have used it, isn't it? So all battle scenes they have shown and stories from the life of God Krishna. This all has shown in the miniature painting. So this is now about the painting we have finished. Now come to us architecture. Now architecture means what? The buildings, statues, how the style of building was there, art of building was earlier inspired. It is, architecture is not newly it is introduced, it is from the past days only we have come, that is olden days only. By religion, Buddhism inspired the buildings of many stupas. By Buddhism only we have inspired wall paintings, correct students? So we have seen that Buddha statues were there, stupas. Emperor Ashoka and his successors. So one of the here Sanchi. Can you see here? This is architecture, the art of building, how they have made. See here. Now this is how the temple, beautifully carved and painted Gopuram or gateway to the Meenakshi temple. It is in Madurai. Meenakshi temple is there. How the style, small things, a huge building, huge temple, how the style of building they have made. And this is last one is that Humayun's tomb. It is in Delhi. The way you can see the style. So now here Buddha we are telling, see here in wall only they have seen the painting of Buddha as Padmapani, Ajanta caves. You can see this statue in there also, Alur. Now this is a miniature painting what I am talking about, where the Lord Krishna life story they have seen here. They have describing each and everything, showing Radha and Krishna, detailed they have shown. Built the beautiful stupas at Sanchi and Sarnath. This is about the Sanchi. Here you can see the stupa, correct? Several Hindu temples with beautiful carvings were built later. The Kailash temple at Ellore has been carved from a single stone. The Sun temple at Konark, Meenakshi temple at Madurai, Khajuraho temple in Madhya Pradesh and the Dilwara temple of Mount Abu are famous for their architecture, famous for their art of building, how they made. So several Hindu temples are there. Where are you go? So what you go and see there? We can see that Kailash temples are there. It is at Ellore. So it is how it is made from one big huge one single stone that temple has been built, or Kailash temple. So it is at Ellore. And then we can see Sun temple, it is at Konark, Meenakshi temple that is Madurai, Khajuraho temples, Madhya Pradesh, Dilwara temple of Mount Abu. These are all famous for their art of building, or for their architecture. The Turks and Mughals brought there. So now the Mughals what they have brought? Mughals brought their own style of architecture. So Turks, Mughals, the Hindus they made it Adrai, Buddha temple on everything. So now Mughals and the Turks they brought their own style of architecture, that is Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal. You all went seen students? Yes, even I too. So Taj Mahal, why it is special? Why we'll go and see there? How it is made? You want to go and see? No, it is famous for its dome. Dome means like this. Correct? Dome. How it is? Dome and minarets is the best example. The Qutub Minar, Red Fort, Jama Masjid and Humayun's tomb in Delhi are a few examples of the grand architecture. These all are built or encouraged by Mughals and Turks. So we having different caste, or what do you say, different people, they have made different types. So Mughals and then Turks, they have made Taj Mahal, Qutub Minar, Red Fort, Jama Masjid, Humayun tomb in Delhi are the few examples of their grand architectures. Now British. Now in this, before freedom, before independence, who was ruling? Britishers were ruling our country, isn't it, students? So Britishers brought some new styles of architecture in India. As they left from our India, they have left like this only. These are architectures, buildings were there. That is Victoria Memorial. Victoria Memorial, it is in Kolkata. That is now it is known as Rashtrapati Bhavan and Parliament House. Here Rashtrapati Bhavan and Parliament House in Delhi are some beautiful buildings built by Britishers. These buildings were built by the Britishers as they went. So as we are using as Rashtrapati Bhavan as well as Parliament House too. And where it is? You all know it is in Delhi. The Britishers brought new styles of architecture to India. The Victoria Memorial in Kolkata, Rashtrapati Bhavan and Parliament House in Delhi are some beautiful buildings built by the Britishers. Now students, here before our independence, who was ruling? Britishers were ruling. So in that what they have, in that ruling they have built some beautiful architectures, buildings like that. So some of the examples like Britishers, the Victoria Memorial, it is in Kolkata, and one of them is again Rashtrapati Bhavan and Parliament House. These are built by the Britishers. Okay, now they are in Delhi, are some beautiful examples of beautiful buildings built by the British people. Now come to our festivals. So we have seen our buildings too, paintings also we have finished. Now come to the point is festival. Yes, so different states we having different type of festivals. So what we having, we have already seen that different already in the last chapter or the before term. Few other countries have so many different types of peoples with different languages and religions. Naturally we celebrate more festivals. Why we celebrate different festivals, students? Because India is a land of variety. India is a country where we can see different caste people, they are living together, different festivals are there, different countries are, different peoples are living together, isn't it? Different languages they speak and religions too. So naturally depend on that we celebrate different festivals. So we see that what are they. So we celebrate more and more festivals. So than many other countries, we celebrate 3 type of festivals. Naturally we having so many festivals, we celebrate 3 type of festivals, that is national days, religious festivals, harvest festivals. So let us see what is national festivals, whereas government they gives national holidays. So such as Independence Day. When we got independence, students? 15th August. Very good. Republic Day we celebrate on 26th January, and Gandhi Jayanti on 2nd October. So this is government holidays where we have to celebrate everybody. National days are there. So next we have religious festival. So such as everybody we celebrate Diwali, Eid, Christmas, Gurupurabs, Ganesh Chaturthi, Dashera and Durga Puja. Dasara or Durga Puja is the same one. Buddha Purnima or Mahavir Jayanti. So these are the religious, we celebrate festivals like Diwali festival, Eid, Christmas, Gurupurabs, Ganesh Chaturthi, Dashera and Durga Puja, Buddha Purnima and Mahavir Jayanti. These are the religious festival. So second last one is that harvest festival. Harvest means whereas the crop come to ripe, crop come to cut, not that. So that is called harvest festival. What are they? Are celebrated when a crop is harvested. When as a farming, when crop is harvested, they do harvest festival. They express the joy of farmers. The farmers were full of happiness that they have crop has come. So these are some of these are like Onam. It is Onam in Kerala, Pongal in Tamil Nadu, Bihu in Assam, Holi in Uttar Pradesh and other states of North India, and Baisakhi in Punjab. So these are the harvest festivals are there. Once again I will tell you: Onam, Kerala, Pongal in Tamil Nadu, Bihu in Assam, Holi in Uttar Pradesh, and some states are India and Baisakhi in Punjab. So these are the harvest festivals are there. So I hope you all understood. Okay, so what we have learned, students? So just we have a look like a picture. So you can see here Onam festival, the harvest festival of Kerala. See the traditional the day Onam festival, there are people festivals. This is like snake boat, they all celebrate. According to the tradition, Onam celebrate. Why they celebrate? The annual return of the great king Mahabali to Kerala. He is a Mahabali king. Why Onam festival they celebrate? They have given here in ancient time. Mahabali was the ruler of Kerala. He was wise, kind and loved by people. However, soon the gods became jealous and scared of this growing power. They went to Lord Vishnu for help. They destroyed Mahabali's power. Vishnu came to earth disguised as Vamana, a dwarf Brahmin boy. Vamana asked Mahabali for 3 feet of land, a boon which Mahabali gladly granted. So what they mean here, Mahabali is a king. It was ruled by Kerala, and then what the people, he was very kind. King was very kind, very wise man. He was to help each and everybody. He was loved their people. So by seeing these, the people, other people were jealous of him. Why? His power is growing. So what they have decided, they went to Vishnu, God Vishnu they went, and they went asked them what to happen. To destroy Mahabali's power, the Vishnu God has taken a avatar. Okay, he has taken he has placed like a boy. You can see here, yes, a small Brahmin boy. He was faced, and then he went to Mahabali's place and he asked that 3 feet land he want. So he went and he said gladly he given it. So he was granted. So it is all about why Onam festival is celebrated in the Kerala. So Vamana as the Trivikrama, victor of 3 worlds, tramping over Mahabali. So 3 feet, how is Vamana now grew to his full size. With his first step, he covered the earth. 3 feet he asked. First feet he has given. He was put his first step, he covered the earth, and with the second he claimed the heaven, and third Mahabali requested Vamana to place his foot on his head. So what last feet what did Vamana, what they did? So he was there to keep third leg. So Mahabali, he went on his knee and he said that to keep his leg on his head. So what happened here? Mahabali's heaven sent him down to Sutala, the heaven like underworld. He was pushed down under the earth. Pleased at Mahabali's generosity, Vishnu gave him permission to visit his subjects once a year. The time of his yearly visit to earth is celebrated in Kerala as Onam. So Vishnu God, he was very happy as Mahabali he kept his foot on his head. So Vishnu has given blessed with that, and he said that once in a year you will come on earth. That is yearly known as a Onam festival. So in these days the Mahabali they celebrate this festival as Onam festival in Kerala. It's all about this. So this is people wear in that Onam festival, the people wear new clothes, and then in the memory of prosperity, happiness, the rule of Mahabali. And then they will second day they will celebrate and they will decorate with the flowers. It is all of 10 days festival will be there. It is a snake board or Vellam Kali or a snake board race will be there. It is held in every year during Onam. So thousands of people will come and they put a race among them. And then Tiruvatira is a Kaikoti Kali, is a dance formed, it is performed by the women of Kerala. It is an essential part of Onam. This is a Onatam or Onatas visit houses during Onam and they give the house their blessing. They are mainly present in the North Malabar region. He has a painted face, a crown, a bell in one hand and an umbrella made of palm leaves in other. So next I will all continue about this lesson. Till then, bye bye students, read the lesson thoroughly.